Game 5, winner go home, FBA Finals matchup between Houston and Boston. We will be showcasing this whole game with live commentary. The second Game 5 in FBA Finals history. Last time was Seattle versus Chicago in year 1 of the FBA. Now we're in year 7. We got another Game 5, winner take all. The Void versus Crown. Looking to make history. Who will come out on top? Boston wins the tip. And A.J. Mitchell will bring it up to start this game. Jalen Wells can't get the first bucket of the game. A.J. Mitchell, been a leader for this team from year 1. And Harden puts in the first bucket of this winner-take-all Game 5. Houston has been in the FBA Finals before in year 3 and lost to the Stallions. This year, looking to win their first title and not have to come second once again. This is Boston's first time in the FBA Finals. Coulibaly, former MVP of FBA Year 1, and A.J. Mitchell have both been on Boston all 7 years of the FBA, and they're finally getting their chance to win one for the city. Two teams that have been grinding for this moment. A huge matchup here today. Another storyline for this game is Trayce Jackson-Davis for the Void, suffering an injury and is out, putting Paul as the only center left on the roster for the Houston Void. Both their centers, Trayce Jackson-Davis and their other backup, can't remember his name right now, but he's also out. So Void looking to push through the injury bug in this Game 5. Coulibaly drains a 3. Give Boston the lead. Burks has been a standout player this year and this postseason for the Void, as well as Jalen Wells, who just scored there. And Harden gets down in the post again and finishes over Paul. If Boston was to win this game, a takeover game from John Harden on the backup Paul for Boyd would be huge to bring them to a championship. Max Christie has had a good postseason so far, as he gets the ball to Walker and be forced to put up a 3. After that great buzzer beater in Game 2 of this series, Max Christie has had a great playoff performance. Dean Burks gets the open look. Won't fall though to tie the game. Coulibaly slams it down and flexes to the crowd. And Dean Burks gets the and one and the shrug. back and forth series so far to this point. Two teams that weren't necessarily expected to make the FBA Finals this year. Turnover there by Koulibaly. And up the court to Christie for three. Void lead. First time out of the game. Boston. Swatted by Christie. McGee with a good contest there. And the step back won't fall. Rebound Harden fouled. First live commentary game in FBA history. Let me know in the comments if you'd like more of this. I figured this was a good setting to do our first full game with live commentary, given the stakes. Hopefully, in future years, we'll be having more content out for you. And I hope to start a Discord and get some of you fans in there. Create your own custom prospects and cheer for your teams. Still in the thinking process, but want to do something to get more involved with the community that enjoys FBA action. So leave a comment if you'd be interested in anything like that. AJ Mitchell, get to his spot. Won't fall. Back and forth game just like this series, and we're still tied up at 11, almost halfway through the first quarter. But Dean Burks will take the lead with 7 points already in this crucial game. Harden with the step through. Call the foul on Paul. Seems to be very upset about that call. But Harden will be sent to the free throw line. As Gills checked in for Houston, a player that hasn't played much this series, and Harden's still in the game. Will Harden take advantage of him on the offensive side of the ball? A key matchup there to watch during these minutes. To the corner, Mitchell gets a three. AJ Mitchell's has been one of the most fun players to watch in the FBA, and his growth, become a veteran in this league. Max Christie gets some space, hits the three. Tied up once again. 16 all. Timeout. Crown, their second of the game. McGee gets some space from mid-range. Dean Burks with a step-back three. But Mitchell responds with the layup. Jordan Hawkins didn't get that one to fall. Been a key addition for the Crown. If you remember his game winner against the Detroit Motors when he played for the Atlanta Peaches in the early years of the FBA. He has had his fair share of moments in this league. Koulibaly been a highlight maker so far this playoffs and throughout his career with his strong finishes at the rim. Will we see any of those today? Has to put up a three, and it goes. Tough contested shot there by Koulibaly. Dean Burks forces his way to the free throw line. Already with 10 points in today's game. He now has 11 of the 20 points for the Void. Could we witness an historic game from Burks today? AJ Mitchell gets open off the down screen. Rebound Wells. And down to Sensenball, who gets sent to the free throw line. We are tied once again in this game. Sensabaugh gets open, gets the three to fall, and the Void take back the lead after being down 4 just a few minutes ago. Deep three, good from Hawkins. Tied once again. A back and forth slugfest so far. What more could you ask for between these two teams? Rex Owens gets fouled at the rim by Wells. Unique free throw operation going on here by Rex Owens, as Gill will check back into the game for Houston. Hey, if it works, it works. Wallace Brown for Houston, been a great player off the bench for them with many key performances. Sensabaugh is kind of open on the cut. Ryan Rollins didn't see him, but finds Wallace Brown, who won't make the three. We're getting down 50 seconds left in the first. And Winnington with a tough floater with the left hand. Trying to get this crowd into the game before the end of the quarter. Sensabaugh gets open. Drains the three. Keeping it close. 8 points for Sensabaugh. Hawkins can't respond with a three of his own. Chance for Void to take a lead going into the end of the quarter. Wallace Brown gets fouled by Owens. Heading strong to the rim. Jordan Hawkins trying to get open, forces something up. And after a quarter of play, the Void are up 31-30, heading into the second quarter of this winner go home game. As we look forward to next year in the FBA, we will be heading into year number 8, and with an influx of talent in the league, we are planning an expansion for year 10. So, if you're watching and have any team suggestions on locations or team names that you would love to see join the FBA, we're looking to add two Western Conference teams and 2 Eastern Conference teams for year 10. So that will be after the next 2 seasons. So if you have any ideas, please comment them and I'll get to you. But if you have any city that you want to see represented in the FBA, I'd love to hear it. Gill with a tough finish over his right shoulder. Hasn't played much this season, but he's playing decent this game. Hasn't had any flaws. Winnington gets open off the screen. Can't hit the three, though. As Wallace Brown looks to attack downhill, and Gill smokes the layup. And that just shows his inexperience, especially in these moments, the highest pressure moments of the season. And Koulibaly makes him pay with a step back midi. They'll give the ball to Gill again, and he'll go up and miss once again. As I talked about earlier, he could be a crutch for this Void team in this game. Missing Trace Jackson-Davis in this game is a tough loss, but Max Christie doesn't care. He is draining everything from deep in this game. And Hawkins gets the and one. Walker won't go. Boston is known for the Celtics during the NBA time period, but after we have rebranded to the FBA, Boston has seen little success championship-wise with their first Eastern Conference championship this year and no titles to this point. But the Boston fans, remembering the Boston Celtics days, are hoping to win their first title in the FBA. And Jordan Hawkins is planning on doing the same thing for the crown. Wallace Brown faking, going up. Gets it to go. Koulibaly off the screen pops it to take the lead right back. But Brown responds with a deep shot. Stolen by Christie. Poor pass. And Christie with the one-hand slam on the fast break. Silences this crowd. And another steal by Ryan Rollins. As he dishes it off to Walker, who will be sent to the line. Two crucial turnovers by Boston there to give Void an advantage, a chance to have their biggest lead of the game, I believe. As Wells checks back into the game, and AJ Mitchell for the crown. Timeout once again by the crown as they now face a 6-point deficit. A little bit of bully ball there. Rex to shoot his funny looking free throws. Back out, Bryce. Misses a three. Could have took an 8-point lead there. But Koulibaly responds with a drive to the cup. Another three for Bryce. This one ain't gonna miss. It's good. 6-point game. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. I feel like the Crown need Harden back in to take control of this game, but AJ Mitchell gets the and one. As Harden will check into the game. Key advantage for Boston is the center position. Dean Burks looking to be a playmaker here. Gets around Owens and gets a foul called. Tight game to this point. Might just take one run from a team to separate themselves from the other. But it's been back and forth so far. A.J. Mitchell gets fouled once again. 4th team foul from Houston already in this quarter, with still quite a bit of time left. A.J. gets both free throws to fall. Wells coming off 2 screens. Won't get the 3 though. Wesley had a chance to tie, but Walker off the rebound, coast to coast. Hard is going to set the screen for Mitchell. Mitchell gets open again, top of the key. Just can't get the 3s to fall right now. Could this be the moment the Void take advantage of the Crown's missed opportunities? Burke's trying to create some space, but Jordan Hawkins has him locked up. But Sensabaugh throws up a 2-pointer as he is feeling it tonight. Down the court though to Owens, and he runs out of bounds. 7-point lead once again for the Void. Four minutes and 36 seconds to go in this winner-go-home game for the championship. Burks, mid-range, create space, 9-point game, Void. A high-scoring game here for FBA standards. Harden gets it to fall to stop the bleeding a little. Wallace Brown getting a little creative there. Hawkins gets downhill, fouled. Hard at the rim. More free throws for the Crown. Keeping them in this game with the free throws. Jordan Hawkins tonight, 10 points already. Off the bench. Sensabaugh once again gets another 3 to fall. Lighten him up, 16 points in the first half. 8 points in this quarter. A.J. Mitchell rattles around the rim, won't fall. Bryce gets fouled and sent to the rim. To make it a 10-point game. As the Void have slowly but surely took control of this game in the second quarter. Outscoring the Boston by 9 so far in this quarter. Mitchell Stuck. Koulibaly getting downhill. He gets the and one finish. Max Christie commits the foul. Crucial 2.5 minutes to end this half. Pretty high scoring first half for FBA standards. Sensenball gets sent to the free throw line once again. Koulibaly commits his third personal foul, as foul trouble might be a factor in this game. As they choose to bench Koulibaly to keep him from picking up a fourth foul. They will need him down the stretch of this game if they want a chance to win. Sensabaugh gets drove by. Another foul. 7th personal foul for the Void. Team foul. First personal for Bryce. The second quarter has been a foul fest. Bryce gets a run, and he gets fouled once again. Just relentless pressure at the rim. The refs are not letting them play too much tonight. It is a physical game, being a championship or bust night. But turnover by Harden to Christie. Up the court to Burks. And he gets fouled once again. And A.J. Mitchell is pissed. We are witnessing a lot of free throws here in this second quarter. Void now with a 12-point lead, largest of the night. Keeping the crowd out of this crucial game. Harden, though, with that advantage. 12 points on 80% field goal percentage. They'll need more of that in the second half. Bryce has been on fire tonight. As he shoots another three, he misses finally. Boston fans sigh in a relief as they get a layup. Cut the lead down to 8 with 52 seconds left in this quarter. Trying to keep it close going into halftime. But Dean Burks back-cutted A.J. Mitchell for an easy layup. Hawkins. Tough defense by Christie. Down low to McGee. Misses. Dean Burks and Bryce are hot right now. And Dean Burks pulls it. Won't go. 8 seconds left in the quarter. A.J. Mitchell looking to create. McGee steps out of bounds. Turnover with 2 seconds left. Burks puts it up. As we'll go into halftime Houston with a 10-point lead, scoring 71 points in that first half. Very impressive. Look at some of the halftime highlights. The Void have been making points look easy to come by. Here to look at the bracket from this year. The 4 seeds from both conferences making it to the finals, with that 4-way tie in the East for first place. Bryce with 22 points at half, and Koulibaly with 18 points at half. Void with impressive 40 points in the second quarter, as they are up by 10 points heading into the third. Void get ball first to start the half to increase their lead. Dean Burks drains a 3 to start the half. Houston looked to continue their dominant offensive performance. Mitchell gets a 3 off, but he'll respond to keep it just a 10-point game. Boston's defense has to pick up this half if they want any chance to bring home the FBA championship. Wells contested mid-range, and it even falls. The basket is looking really big to every player on the Houston Void. They can't miss right now. Nothing going here for Boston, but Mitchell gets an open 3 and makes it once again. If Mitchell can get hot and grind their way back into this game, Dean Burks drops it off to Walker. Off 2 with 2. Harden taking advantage of his matchup once again, scoring. Boston needs to attack that matchup more. Harden on Paul. Wells looked like he was about to shoot there, doesn't. Decides to receive a screen from Paul. Gets an open mid-range. Rebound Mitchell. An opportunity here for Boston. But stolen by Burks. On the fast break, wide open left-handed layup. Timeout Crown once again. I've used 4 timeouts in this game already to Houston 0. An 11-point game. Stolen again by Burks. This Houston defense picking up steals easily. But Max Christie elevates and slams. That's a poster, boys and girls. Look at this highlight play from Christie, who elevates. What an incredible play by Max Christie. Been a playmaker in this series. Him and Bryce Sensabaugh have stepped up to the occasion for this Houston team. And everything's rolling for them. Max hits a three. Houston has taken over in these last few minutes. Up 16 now. And a moving screen. Houston's defense and offense combination is breaking the will of Boston. As for once, a miss by the Void. And stolen, possibly. Ends up just being tipped. The Crown are in a must-score situation, in my opinion. Contested three's not really what you want there. Walker looking to push down. Dean Burks gets to the rim. No call. Wesley posting up Wells. Gets Coulibaly open on the wing, but misses. McGee can't finish over Christie. Wells is open again on the wing, running three. Offensive rebound back out to Wells. That's good. 19-point game. The Houston Void have silenced this crowd completely and have went on a crazy run. And another steal, possibly, as Paul with the deflection. Playing well in this game. Doing what he needs to do. This championship game. Mitchell gets another three. He's been the only answer that Boston has been able to give back to Houston in this third quarter. Still a 16-point game. And Burks gets the and one. Fourth personal for Coulibaly. McGee trying to work. Gets the and one. Put his head down. Get to his spot. Crucial play there by McGee. Back to a 16-point game. But 91 points already for Houston. Halfway through the third. Christie, step back. Won't fall that time. Hawkins. Nice pass. Boston showing some fight. They're not going to give up that easily. Still a ton of time left in this game. Another miss. 25 with the ball. Enters it down to Harden. Trying to take advantage of his matchup. Gets the foul called. Looking to score on the other side of the rim. Harden gets it to go. Very high scoring game. As usually, these games in the FBA finish between 90 and 100 points average. So there might be a consequence for watching the whole game. We'll end up with higher scoring affairs, but hey, that's fun too. Especially in these big games, you can get big numbers from key players. And another foul by A.J. Mitchell. Houston to the free throw line once again. Harden looking to put his head down. Take advantage of the matchup. Fourth personal on Paul. It's not good for the Void, as they'll only be down to one center on the roster, and Gill being able to play most likely. It looks like they're going to put Wells in at the center position, which might be their better lineup anyway. Christie coming off the staggers. Cross staggers lead to a wide open Max Christie 3, who has been draining them from deep. Jordan Hawkins going to come up, down screen, enters it down. Sensabaugh is guarding Harden. Another advantage there for Boston. If they feed Harden, they have a chance. Field goal percentages are the exact same, but there's a 16-point difference in this game. Interesting stat there. But Wells, mid-range, nothing but net. He got his puppies in a row. Hawkins can't work his way around Wallace Brown. Harden, tough shot, won't fall. Sensabaugh gets to the lane, and he flies for the finish. Fouled and one, as Harden is trying to carry his team back into this game on the offensive end, but misses the free throw. And Sensabaugh is going to get it down low. Harden is now hot, looking to go coast to coast. Hill is in for the first time for Boston. Jordan Hawkins contested, gets it to fall. Crucial 2 minutes here to end the quarter. Can they cut the lead below double digits? Or can the Void extend their lead? As Christie gets open again for three. Won't go. But he's been automatic tonight. But Hawkins tries to drain a three on transition. A little too trigger happy there. As Bryce, contested step back mid-range. He's feeling it tonight. Harden has a mismatch on him with Gill. But Owens looking to make a play here. Hill's going to put up a three. Sensabaugh gets fouled. lot of free throws in this game. 20 for 21, the Void are from the free throw line in this game. Still have a whole quarter to play. As low, trying to make something happen. Gives it out to Hawkins. Hawkins going to put up another three. And it won't fall again. Just not hitting the timely shots. Williams Jr. finishes in his first minutes of the game. 18-point advantage. Void. Winnington getting creative. It won't go. Since a ball rebound. The Void are in complete control now. Wallace Brown won't make the mid-range. Crown need a score here before the quarter ends. And A.J. Mitchell will give it to them. Deep shot. No good. 16-point lead for Houston. Going into the fourth. They're 12 minutes away from an FBA championship. They're first. Off the standout performances of Max Christie and Bryce Sensabaugh. Assist of the game goes to Dean Burks on this pass to Walker. The two-hand slam. Boston needing a historic comeback in this game if they want a chance to win the FBA Finals. They'll need Jordan Hawkins to hit shots like that. But they really need to start getting some stops on the defensive side of the ball. That's where they struggle the most. Wallace Brown creating. A little too fancy. Mitchell gets downhill and one. Chance to cut it to a 10-point lead. A strong first minute here for the Crown. They're not giving up just yet. Trying to get this crowd going. Getting some fans on their feet. A crucial stop here. Could be useful to start a run for Boston. But Bryce Sensabaugh trying to create. Wallace Brown contested three is good. Every time Boston gets closer, the Void stop the momentum with a big three. Rex Owens fade away. Yikes. Sensabaugh rims around. Won't fall. Winnington forces a three up. Wallace Brown, he forces a three up. Chucking up threes on both sides of the court right now. Winnington contested mid-range. A lot of shots going up right now. As Ryan Rollins looks to slow down the pace. They do have a 13-point advantage. They can use some of this clock with a 30-second shot clock. Wells drains a three every time. Boston cuts it down to 10 or close to that. Houston responds with some massive threes. Wesley responds with a nice move in the post. His first points of the game. Plus minus at -14 tonight. Not been his best night. When he's on the court, that is when they are losing. And he leaves Bryce wide open. Gets lucky he doesn't make that one. Gets out in transition. Looking to post up Ryan Rollins, but turns over the ball. Wesley struggling tonight. And then a poster by Walker. The transition game from Houston is undeniable tonight. Stolen by Owens. Winnington down to Wesley. He gets the finish. Getting the crowd on their feet. Could be their last opportunity to keep cutting this lead down. Sensabaugh step back. And one. What a shot. And what a game from Bryce Sensabaugh. Submitting his legacy in the FBA. Hawkins open three, takes an extra dribble into a contested shot. Not a great play there. And Christie dumps it off, but the finish no good. That could have been a huge shot there. And stolen by Christie. Blocks Coulibaly and gets downhill. Blocked on his side of the court. As Dean Burks decides to slow it down a little bit. They do have the 15-point advantage with only 7 minutes to go. Good rebound there from Wesley on the defensive end. Coulibaly, step back mid. No good. Boston can't score when they need it most. Burks. They'll call it void basketball. Stolen by Harden. Up the court to Coulibaly, who hits the corner. Winnington. Boom! 12-point game. Crucial three there. That was needed by Boston. But they need a stop. And Coulibaly commits his 5th foul with 6 minutes to go. It's not looking good if you're a Boston Crown fan. They have Sharif Cooper in the game, who hasn't had no minutes to this point. And they took Coulibaly out, but Sharif Cooper on the back cut. Nice play to finish. It's all about defense now for the Crown. They can't let the Void score much more if they want a chance to win this game. A.J. Mitchell hobbling to check in. But Bryce Sensabaugh hits the possible dagger to put the Void up 15. Stolen by Dean Burks. Step back. Rebound Harden. Boston has not controlled the ball well in this game, turning it over a ton. Tough step back. It's good. 12-point game once again. Stolen again by Dean Burks. His hands in this game have been immaculate. And what a pass to Christie. Houston fans can taste the gold. 4 minutes away. Christie. Boom. Bryce and Max Christie in today's game have solidified the FBA Year 7 champions, being the Houston Void. What a performance they put on in today's game. And they're still throwing up threes. Wallace Brown now wants some. Scoring 130 points already in this game. The Void call their last timeout probably of the season. Dean Burks won't fall. If you made it this far into the video, comment. Let's think. What should we comment? Max Christie MVP. That's what I want you to comment. And I'll know that you watched this far. Much appreciated if anybody made it this far. And as the Void win, they will be another Western Conference team that wins the FBA Finals. 5 Western Conference champions and 2 Eastern Conference champions have won the FBA Finals in our 7 years. We'll see if Crown keep fighting here. And one. What a playoff performance by the Crown this year. As the 4th seed, taking down the Philadelphia Liberty in the wild card round, surviving that, then defeating Atlanta Peaches, who are the number 1 seed in the East, and then having to beat Brevin Shaw and the Pittsburgh Pumas, who have been a dominant force in the Eastern Conference over the last couple years. Proud year for them. And Koulibaly decides he wanted to foul out of this game. One of the first turnovers Houston's had all game. If I ever do another game like this where we watch the whole game, I might lower the amount of time. Not make it 12-minute quarters, but what a slam by Max Christie there. Keep putting on the pressure. But I'll probably lower the amount of minutes to make it where it's not as high scoring. Maybe around 9-minute quarters, 8-minute quarters, something like that, to keep kind of the averages the same compared to the rest of the FBA games. And Paul fouls out. 2 players fouling out in today's game. 44 seconds until Houston are officially your FBA Year 7 champions. Miller getting his first play of tonight, and he is getting to the rim. He wants some points in the FBA Finals, Game 5. I'm also thinking about, in future years, changing the conference finals to a best-of-5 series and the FBA Finals to a best-of-7. If you are interested in that, leave a comment on what your opinions are. If you made it this far, I'd love to hear your opinion. But yeah, good game. Houston making history, becoming the 7th franchise to win an FBA championship. And still playing to the end. Up 17 now with 18 seconds to go. As A.J. Mitchell looks to dribble it out, Houston fans rise to their feet. And they are officially your FBA Year 7 champions. As the celebration begins in Boston and back home in Houston. Dean Burks captures the championship in Houston. The Finals MVP is an interesting discussion between him, Bryce Sensabaugh, and Max Christie, who all had great performances. But there are your Year 7 champions and the New Orleans Pelicans gear because 2K is 2K. Bryce Sensabaugh with the title. And the Finals MVP does go to Dean Burks, the leader of this Void team. His defensive performance tonight was special as well. And that will do it for Game 5, as we'll look at the final box score. A.J. Mitchell had 31 for Boston, but wasn't enough still. Koulibaly with only 18 compared to his normal. Not many assists, fouling out hurt them. And then as we go to your champions, Bryce Sensabaugh with 36 points tonight, putting on a masterclass, honestly. 5 3-pointers. As well as Dean Burks with 4 steals and 30 points. And Max Christie with 6 3-pointers, 10 of 15 shooting. Those 3 put on a great performance. As well as Wallace Brown off the bench. Jalen Wells having to play some center. Worked out. And Gil and Paul, the only centers left healthy on the roster, did what they had to do to be crowned champions. And that will do it for FBA Year 7. 139 to 122, Houston Void are your Year 7 champions.